Mike, and today we're coming at you with podcast episode 2. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, bro. Today's topics will be Messi, World Cup 2020, and if England can actually compete in the World Cup. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with Messi. How do you think he'll do in the 2022 World Cup?
Alright, so I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on this, but obviously I think that Messi's the best player in the world, maybe of all time. Um, he can carry this team to a World Cup, but he has the leadership qualities, but I just don't know what's going on in the locker room. If they have the wrong coaches, they've always had pretty terrible coaches in the Argentina locker
hmm
room. Yeah,
Yeah, and Messi, if he had, I don't want to say his teammates are bad, but he has some class players around him right now. But like the managing, like the coaching, that's not good right now in Argentina. And also like all their star players right now, their top three players, Messi, Di Maria, and Aguero, they're all over the age of 30 right now. And in 2 years, they could be older, a bit more washed up. I don't know.
exactly.
I don't know
So
how they'll do in the 2022 World Cup.
yeah, so I wrote down some names who I think could be absolute quality for them in a couple of years, but some of these players are washed up and they won't be as good, and they might not even get called up. Say they have Paulo Dybala, the cam
Of
from
course.
Juve. He's one of the best youth products in the world right now. They have Lautaro Martinez linked with the move to Barcelona. Actually,
Mm.
yeah, he's linked with the move.
Lo Celso as well
Oh
as
yeah,
Spurs.
Salsa.
They should all
Spurs.
be in
Yeah,
their prime, but their top players right now, they're going to be past their prime by the 2022 World Cup.
yeah. Also, Lionel Messi will be 34 years old come the World Cup. So will he have the same qualities as he does now? Do you think?
I'm sure he'll be phenomenal even in the 2022 World Cup as he always is, but at he can't control the game like he is right now when he's at that age. Like his physical, all that. It's like he won't be able to do what he can do right now in 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think? All right, here's a question for you. Do you think that Portugal or Argentina will go further in the 2022 World Cup?
That's actually a tough question, but I'd probably say Portugal.
You think so? Why?
I don't know. Players like Bernardo Silva, he'll be the next leader of Portugal for sure. They have better younger players and players that'll be in their prime by the 2022 World Cup.
To be honest, Argentina got really unlucky in the 2018 World Cup when they had to face Argentina and France.
They
And
did do
yeah,
good against that game against France,
yeah,
though.
they only lost like 4-3
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, for barely like they nearly didn't qualify for the World Cup, and for them to like compete with the world champions, that like
Exactly.
they could have made it. I feel like to the quarters or semis.
Yeah, the thing about Argentina though, they've never had a goalkeeper who's actually been. They
Right.
have Romero, but they don't even start him.
He's
They
he's a
start. Say that.
yeah, at the 2014 World Cup, he was a backup.
Exactly.
And who did they start at the 2018 World Cup?
They actually started this goalkeeper from River Plate. He plays in the Argentinian league for River Plate. Yeah, I
They
forgot
should
his
have
name, but yeah,
they should have 100% started Romero.
yeah, he's one of the best goalkeepers, backup
Yeah,
goalkeepers. He's
I
the
heard
best.
I believe he's the best backup goalie in the world, but I heard there's a lot of problems with the manager for the 2018 World Cup. Like I seen every game they would change formations, change who's starting. It wasn't good. It was all around the place.
Yeah, like they're defensive. They don't have a defensive structure, just like the other teams. Like France have Umtiti, they have Pavard, they have all these players. They don't. They have like Mercato from Sevilla. That's basically it. Like they don't have a good structured defense, but they
Yeah,
have a great attack.
Otamendi is
Oh yeah,
completely washed
he's
up
washed
too right
up.
now.
I feel like Eric Garcia from Man City is better than him. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah, I'd
about, the
say so.
youngster?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, of course.
Yeah. So
Otamendi, go on.
okay, so the goalkeeper for River Plate was Franco Armani, the guy that started at the World Cup. He was actually not bad, but he's just not good enough. Like they need someone with more quality.
Yeah, and overall defensively, like they weren't good enough to like go far in the World Cup with the players they had.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have a good attack. The thing is, they have this good attack, but they don't know who to start. I feel like, all right.
Yeah, of
So after
course.
the Copa America loss against Chile the year before, a couple of years, I remember that Chile, like the Argentinian defense, like it's basically Messi had a bigger say in who starts
Yeah,
if he
that's
wanted to
that's
start.
not good. Yeah, that's
Exactly, you
not
can't
good.
do that because he started his friends. He
Of
can't
course,
do
he
that.
thought the people it was like that's not how it should be. It should be the manager, and
Exactly.
he should be there. The manager should make decisions on to win, not to make friends, not to make people happy.
Exactly. They need to. It's for the country, for the pride of the nation and everything.
Yeah, and in the 2014 World Cup, I really wanted them to win. They could have they had some missed chances in the 2014 World Cup in the finals that they could have won it.
Yeah,
And then from
honestly.
them to go from that form to the 2018 World Cup to barely
Oh, I know. I
qualify.
remember that they barely qualified for the World Cup. It's
Yeah, and
crazy.
in 2014 they had Otamendi and Mascherano when they were decent. So
Yeah,
like
Mascherano.
that
Where's
that helped them
Mascherano
for sure.
playing now? It's like in the Argentine league or something like that.
Yeah,
He
I have
played.
no idea where he's
I
playing.
always remember when Tevez and Mascherano played for West Ham.
Yeah, they were no, yeah. Mascherano defensively was great, CDM and
Yeah,
center back. He
100%.
he he was a
He's just like a
huge help to Argentina.
hungry. Like he always wanted to
hmm
get that last tackle in.
Yeah, of course, he was like a workhorse. He would back and forth everywhere.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't think they can win the 2022 World Cup. Argentina,
You don't think so?
no.
I think they can go far. I think the teams now with their youth products coming in, like France, Belgium, all these teams, I just don't think that they can compete. I mean, Argentina, don't get me wrong, they have some good attackers. Like I remember watching Lautaro Martinez from Inter. He actually played good for the national team. He scored some goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the 2022 World Cup,
I just don't see it
Belgium are
happening.
going to be insane. France are going to be insane. Spain's going to be really good, of
Spain has
course.
some good youth too. Yeah.
Yes, I'm hoping Belgium for the 2022 World Cup with all the in the 2022 World Cup, most of the players will be in their prime. Hazard, De Bruyne, they'll all be 30.
Yeah, exactly. They're just gonna be class. Like even Marwan Fellaini, like he was good in the 2018, but he's not gonna be there.
Yeah,
Like they're gonna
yeah,
have
he's
new
for
youth.
sure. He's
You're,
gonna
you're,
be. He's old now.
yeah.
I don't want to say washed up because he's still, I
He's
guess,
still scoring
solid.
goals in the Chinese league.
Yeah, you know the game against Japan
Yeah, yeah,
in
I
the World
remember
Cup.
that.
That game was insane. Like I thought it was over for Belgium. Like we could have won that World Cup 100%.
Yeah,
Like
no doubt.
it was a 1-0 against France. I think Titi scored, and then we just couldn't get any chances.
Yeah, of course. All right, so you want to move on to England? So, you
Yeah,
overall
England.
you don't think that Argentina will?
Yeah, I don't think
You don't
maybe
think so?
I think honestly yeah, go on.
I think that they will make the quarterfinals or the semifinals if they just have that last bit of quality at the back. Because I
hmm
hear Juan Foyt, they need the better defensive players.
Mm.
That's it. They need some more youth coming up, and overall, I think they can do bits.
Right now, at best, I think they can make quarterfinals. But if they do find some defense stability, I think they can maybe make semis, get far.
Yeah, I mean,
All right,
if
so
Messi plays, all right. So next,
moving on to
England.
England,
Do you
how do you
think
think their
they
chances
compete?
are?
Do you think they compete? Can
I
compete?
think they can compete as
You think
winners.
so?
What about you?
Winners. That's
Yeah, I think
crazy.
they can. Of course, I think they can compete to win it.
I don't think so, man. Like they have a good youth, but like I have a couple names here. Who do you think that these people can make the England squad? Like Kieran Trippier. This guy, he's been on Atletico Madrid, but look at the depth in right back that England have right now.
Yeah, they AWB, Reece
Exactly.
James, Trent.
Exactly.
Honestly, I heard some things like they might bring AWB or Trent to right mid or
No,
some
really.
which one left back because they have some great fullbacks, great fullbacks.
100%. But the thing is that in Atletico's defense, Trippier has been fantastic there. Like he obviously his last Spurs season didn't go the way he wanted to, but once he moved to Atletico, people were like starting to doubt him, like, oh, he's not gonna fit the system. But
Yeah,
he's been fantastic.
and even thinking back, the goal against Croatia that brought
Exactly.
so much England
Like
fan joy.
England deserves to be in their golden days when they had Bobby
Yeah,
Moore at
it
the
was,
back.
but they have some great players that was Sancho called up to the World Cup? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No, he was. He was. Yeah, that season, the season after, that's when he became a superstar. But looking at some names right now, like Harry Kane will basically be in his prime. Sterling, Dele Alli, he hasn't had the greatest form, but
Yeah, true.
he's still young.
Yeah, but
Kyle Walker might be a bit old.
Oh yeah,
but
that's another thing. They have Kyle Walker at right back too.
hmm
Who are they gonna
but
play?
they have a lot of options. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I don't think Walker or Trippier are gonna start. It'll probably be Trent.
I think Trippier should start. Honestly.
Really,
Okay, let's go through the team. So goalkeeper, they have. Who do you think is gonna start there?
I
Pickford
think
or Henderson? Dean Henderson, the guy
It's probably
from
gonna be
Sheffield.
Henderson. Yeah, for sure. He's had a great
Honestly,
season.
I like that guy, but
Honestly,
Pickford is just fantastic. Like when he's in the national team.
yeah. But this season for Everton, he hasn't like done what he showed at the World Cup. Like
Yeah,
right now, I would take Pope over Pickford. For me, it would go,
Pope.
yeah, I would take Henderson, Pope, Pickford, and then they're not gonna call anyone else, but Joe Hart just did say names.
No. Joe Hart's a back third
Yeah,
choice goalkeeper.
he's done for England, but I think it's gonna be Dean Henderson.
So you think goal? I think Pickford. You think Henderson. Center backs.
Yeah.
You think Lewis Dunk. I think Lewis Dunk can make that team over Maguire. I just think Maguire is just so overrated. The
Yeah,
fans.
he's overrated, but honestly, I think I'd take him over Dunk. I'm thinking John Stones and Harry Maguire center back partnership.
Stones. I just think Stones is a bit overrated too. Like he used
But
to play for
he's young.
Everton.
He's young. Who else would you think besides Stones? Joe Gomez.
Oh, Joe Gomez is solid, yeah, but like
Yeah.
he's getting like I understand like the whole Liverpool team is just so overhyped. We haven't really seen him by
Yes,
himself.
yeah. I feel like every Premier League team besides Liverpool have had a good season. That's why it's like it looks like they're doing so good. But
Yeah,
besides that, right back, who do you think starting? Trippier?
I want Trippier, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Same
I
thing.
personally don't think it's gonna happen. But 2018 World Cup, he was really good. But I'd realistically take Trent.
Trent, yeah, honestly, Trent's really good, but I would like Trippier. He's more defensive, and
Hmm
all Trent is a cross merchant. All
Oh
he just
yeah.
run down
His
the
defensive
pitch.
stability, he just leaves it to Alisson and Van Dijk. You know.
So I have a couple other names here that can make the World Cup at center back. So we said Dunk, Ben Mee from Burnley. You got to think of him. He's been quality for Burnley.
Mm.
Michael Keane from Everton. Chris Smalling, who's been at United on loan at Roma. Why shouldn't he make the lineup over Stones? Stones hasn't really performed as much as Smalling has at Roma.
Yeah.
So
That's
you think
true.
Stones or Smaldini?
Well, honestly, because I don't know how old is Smalling right now.
Smalling, I think Chris Smalling is like 28, 29. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I can look it
it's so
up.
if honestly if he's like 30, 31, 32 years old, I think they'd probably take him over Stones.
He's
Unless
30. He's 30, so he's going to be 32 in the World Cup.
yeah, so that's actually that's not old, especially for center back. You get a 32-year-old
Another
center
thing
back is
is,
fine.
how about Gary Cahill? The guy he's been doing it for
Cahill,
Chelsea for such a long time.
yeah,
Why shouldn't he be in there?
honestly in 2 more years, I think he's older now, so I don't know.
Dude, how
He's
about
lost the
Phil
pace as
Jones?
well. Phil Jones, yeah, I think he's done for too.
You think
But
Phil Jones is done?
I think Stones could like last season he was great for Man City. I think if he can find his quality, I think he'll be great for the England national team.
You think so?
Yeah, so for me, my center back partnership at the World Cup is gonna be Stones and Maguire.
Okay, so just to redirect, you have Henderson, Trent, Stones, and Maguire.
Yeah. How about
Okay,
you?
mine, I got goalkeeper Pickford. I got right back Trippier, of course. I think honestly, I don't think Trippier will start, but I feel like he'd be the better option over Trent.
Hmm
I think Trent should move up to right mid. That's honestly.
Yeah,
Center
he used
backs,
to play right mid.
I'm gonna say Smalling and Maguire because I think Maguire's gonna
Mm.
start. Yeah,
How about
Maguire
left
is the
back?
best England center
Who do we
back.
have? Shaw, Rose, like
Shaw
who?
and Rose.
Do you think they could
They
start?
have some good players. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the England national team. I feel like they'd rather take like Reece James at left back, like or like
You think so?
AWB at left back. Yeah, because Shaw and Danny Rose they haven't had the greatest season so far for England.
Yeah, but
Or for
He's a big lad, but he can pass the ball. He has
yeah,
some pace.
yeah.
Like people act like he's just not like existent.
No,
Like I
he's
think he
good.
should
He's
start.
good. It's just he's not a player to control a game or be a star. He does his job.
Oh, they have Chilwell too. Ben Chilwell.
I how have I not thought about him? He's been phenomenal for Leicester.
Exactly. Yeah. So you think Ben Chilwell will
Yeah,
start?
I'm thinking
Okay.
Chilwell. Yeah, it's gotta
So
be
another thing I think of, I think Tyrone Mings. I forgot about Tyrone
Mings.
Mings at center back. I think he should start as center back, to be honest, or even Fikayo Samori. He's a solid center back for Chelsea. Like he could play. He's a good player. So you're picking Chilwell. I'm picking Chilwell as well. He's just
Hmm.
quality for Leicester. Obviously, this season I don't think he's done it as much, but I think he's still quality. He
Hmm.
has the quality to be a great player.
How
So
about
next up,
center midfielders?
okay, center
Henderson.
midfielders.
It's got to be Henderson has to have a
No, no,
spot.
no, 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 no. All right, so they have. Let me name it off for you. The Declan Rice from West Ham.
He's
Obviously, he
great.
used to play for Ireland, but now
Hmm.
he's
He,
took the
he's
spot.
snake.
He's a snake, bro. And they have Mason Mount, the Chelsea lad.
Madison as
Still
well. James Madison.
Madison, Harry Winks, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yeah, they have a lot of options in midfield. Who do you think's gonna start? Let's play like a 4-2-3-1 here.
A
Who do you think's gonna
4-2-3-1.
play?
All right. Center mid.
Two midfielders.
Oh, I think it's got to be. That's a tough. I'd say Jordan Henderson.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing Henderson and Chamberlain. Chamberlain's just so good. I
Oh
think
yeah,
he
he's been
deserves a
great for
spot.
Liverpool. But honestly,
But the thing
you know,
is that someone else who's not in the squad is Jack Grealish. He hasn't been called
yeah,
up.
he hasn't been called up. You're right. But
I
he can
think he
also
should
play.
have a
He can
spot.
also play on the wing too.
Oh, 100%.
Honestly, if Leeds get promoted, Calvin Phillips, he like keeps his form and plays in the Prem with that form, he'll get called up.
All right, 100%. But right now, I think it's Chamberlain and Henderson in the midfield for me.
For center mid, I don't know. Hopefully, I want Dele Alli to be good. So I'm hoping.
I don't want Dele Alli. I don't like him.
I want.
I just don't think he's good enough for the
Oh,
team.
actually, yeah, I'm gonna go Madison and Henderson.
I'm going so Chamberlain, and the other midfielder is Henderson, and then Cam attacking mid is Madison. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so yeah, I would go Henderson, Madison, and then Cam. Actually, Dele Alli at CM, and then Cam, Madison.
Madison. All right, all right. What about you? Don't think Chamberlain's good enough for the team?
He's good enough to be a super sub, honestly, but they have a lot of young depth in their team, so like I feel like on and
Yeah,
off he
true.
could start with Madison maybe.
Okay. Next, left wing, right wing. So this is what I think they should do. They should Sancho on the right, Sterling on the left. Simple as
Yes,
that.
yeah, I 100% agree.
But what about Marcus Rashford?
Rashford,
He gonna come off the
he
bench?
um, I would put him up top, honestly.
Over Kane?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't know, cause like I feel like certain games, I feel like Marcus Rashford would start over Kane because Kane did not perform like phenomenally for Spurs this season. He will be in his 30s, I'm pretty sure, at the World Cup as well. Like Rashford could start over Kane.
Yeah, I agree. But like coming from an Arsenal fan, I think this guy's the best English striker because he's been troubled with injuries. He hasn't been in good form, but he's been their number one man. He's the captain of the team, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he is.
And
He is the captain.
he's gonna start.
He should
Simple as
start.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Or maybe I feel like the England national team would probably play two up top formation because Rashford, he does
Maybe.
play on the left wing sometimes, but I would 100% take Sterling over Rashford.
Yeah.
And I would also
play,
take Sancho over Rashford.
Yeah, I think they should do a 4-4-2 and just play like
Mhm.
Madison with Henderson or Madison
Dele Alli,
or
something like that.
Chamberlain or something like that.
Yeah, then Sancho on the
And-
right. We got
Exactly.
Sterling on the left, and then up top, the pace with Rashford, and then Kane next to him to finish. Yeah, I feel like
where do you think that team would finish?
they could challenge for the World Cup because a lot of their players are young right now. So if they keep developing and getting like improving and all that,
The thing about the England team, I feel like they were incredibly overrated. They played poor teams until
That's
they
true.
once played a good team and they just
in
lost.
Croatia, like I feel like England very well could have won that game. Like they did, like they got pretty lucky with the teams they faced.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even the Colombia game, I feel like they got.
Yeah, Colombia was not good at the World
I'm
Cup
telling
either.
you, Pickford, he shows up in big
He
matches.
he showed up for England 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
But honestly, I think it's gonna be Henderson. He's had a great season.
So you think that? Okay, so just to redirect, we think that Henderson and Pope are over Pickford.
Yeah.
You think both of them are?
I don't know if Pope's over Pickford, but I know Henderson is over Pickford.
Okay. All right.
So where do you think they could finish in the World Cup 2022?
I think they could finish quarterfinals or semis or something like that, just like last year. I think they can come up big until they play a good opponent.
It really depends on how their young players improve. Because
And
in the
we're assuming that they automatically qualify because you never know. They could come up against some
Of
tough
course, it
people
is hard to qualify in
for the World Cup,
Europe. Yeah,
100%.
but I think they'll for sure qualify. But like for example, like Dele Alli, he hasn't improved in the past 2 years, and he should because he's young. But if these
Exactly.
players that should improve like Dean Henderson, if AWB, Rashford, even Sterling's young, if they improve, they can challenge for the World Cup. If they stay with their current form, maybe quarters, maybe semis.
Oh, yeah, 100%. All right, well, you want to end it there, bro?
Yeah, I think we got everything out what we wanted to say.
All right, that's good. All right, well, if any of you haven't seen the latest video on the transfer rumors, you should go check it out. And we appreciate you for listening. And make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and all of that stuff. And we're out.